what's up you guys? Geek here from Geek.en.Chic and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Do you guys remember the first time you've ever tried to buy Comic-Con tickets? I'm talking like New York Comic-Con, PAX East, London MCM, and you find out the day that they're going to be announced, you get online, you're waiting in that queue for hours and hours, only to see that disappointed date that those tickets you wanted were sold out. So Comic-Con season is upon us. And if you're anything like me getting ready for the PAX East ticket sales this week, I want to help you guys avoid that crushing disappointment. So we're going to walk through some of my favorite tips and tricks for getting ready for Comic-Con ticket sales. Let's get started. In getting ready for ticket sales, there's 3 things that we go through. The account preparedness prior to ticket sales, the queue itself, and then your purchasing window. These 3 elements are what stand in your way from getting your Comic-Con tickets. In understanding the queue itself, before we even get into account preparedness, there's some hurdles that some conventions have you go through. For instance, ReedPop, who also owns New York Comic-Con, London MCM, San Diego Comic-Con, just to name a few, has fan verification. What this means is you have to verify that your email is an active email and an active account to a real person. This is so that scammers and scalpers do not have additional accounts. You do not want to use multiple emails on the day of purchasing or to be signing up. This is because they do go through and remove additional accounts per year or inactive accounts. New York Comic-Con, or ReedPop in general, is a big culprit of this. Every year they have fans go back through a re-verification process. This means you log back in, you tell New York Comic-Con or ReedPop, hey, I'm still real, I'm still a fan, and I'm still intending to attend. If you do not roll over your verification, you may be subjected to starting your verification over, which can be kind of scary, or it may also delay your ticket purchasing availability. Some conventions, not all, will have different dates of ticket sales. ReedPop has 3 ticket sales. It's the Superfan ticket sale, usually paying some kind of money, about $100 a year, to get a pre-release of tickets before the actual sale. Then they have re-verified fans or verified fan sale, and their final one is open to the public sale. In each queue, the available tickets begin to shrink. So you're more likely to get a ticket at the Superfan than you are at public sale. And the demand for Comic-Con tickets increase every year. Just the sheer amount of con goers increases every year. And that just goes to show you that as conventions become less of a subculture or a counterculture idea to more mainstream media and mainstream culture, the demand for these events goes up. And that's why there's so many procedures in place. So let's talk about your first steps in getting ready. 1, if your convention has some kind of fan verification, make sure that you are subscribed to their newsletter or keep an eye on their social media accounts. As we get closer, ticket sales are usually the same time every year, and you want to make sure that your account is in good standing to purchase a ticket. ReedPop requires that you have a fan verified account. So that means answering their questionnaire and jumping through a few hoops before you're able to purchase your ticket. For PAX East, they just require that you have an active ShowClix account. This means that if you do not have one, you can also make one day of purchasing, but keep in mind that your queue is timed, and we will get to that in a moment. In preparing to purchase your tickets, you want to make sure that you have all of your accounts secure. This means logging in advance to whatever is your purchasing account. So for some people, you'll need to be logged into your ShowClix in advance. And you want to make sure that you have access and know your passwords in advance. Because if you have to reset it while you have tickets in the queue, that's just deducting from the time that you have to purchase your ticket. You never know, but as soon as that timer comes on the screen, we kind of start fumbling with our text messages or with our keyboards. You want to make sure you have the optimal tech setup. As much as we do everything on our phone these days, it's best to use a computer or a laptop to purchase your tickets. On your phone, sometimes the website purchasing interface is not compatible, and it may shrink things down or make it hard to even click the continue button. I know on my phone that sometimes it'll move the payment options off screen, so I don't actually have physical access to purchasing the ticket or giving them my payment information. So try to make sure that you are near a laptop or near a computer at time of purchase. If you're unable to be near a laptop or a computer or your phone at the time of purchase, I highly recommend doing the buddy system. You don't go to conventions alone, so why buy tickets alone? I always recommend tag teaming the ticket queue with a friend. If you are able to both be in the queue at once, great. One of you is on your account, the other is on their own, and whoever is in the queue first, you buy tickets for each other. Always talk through this process so that you're not buying 2 additional tickets or more tickets than you need and leave the others for the fans. The benefit of a group purchase is that if you're able to get in the queue before everyone else, you have the possibility of securing your ticket and anyone else's. The downside of this, though, is the organization. Sometimes people try and all jump on one bandwagon, and there are ticket quantity limitations. This means that who's ever purchasing may only be able to get 4 of one kind of a ticket. So if you're a group of 5, one of you is going to be out of luck. So try and keep your group small and keep it concise and keep the communication going as soon as the queue opens. Time is crucial in this moment. So make sure that you're aware of what time your tickets go on sale. Some conventions will do a 10 a.m. sale, some will do a noon, and some will do 3 p.m. Be aware of when your tickets go on sale and what time zones, because some tickets will go on sale 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is not everyone's availability. So make sure you're aware of the time of when your tickets go on sale. Trust me, the last thing you want is to log on at 3 p.m. and realize that your tickets actually went on sale at noon. And that is a heartbreaking experience I do not wish upon anybody. So now that you are logged into your account, you are at a computer, and you have your friends on a group chat or group call, let's talk about the queue. The dreaded queue. I don't know if any of you remember conventions before queue purchasing or fan verification and things. But back in 2013, it was a large pylon into whoever can click the link first to try and get in the queue, and you were put anywhere in the queue. Could be a number of 100 to 1,000 to 100,000 place in line, and you were never guaranteed a ticket. You're still not guaranteed a ticket, but at least timing is everything. So about 24 to 48 hours in advance, the convention will email you a personalized purchase link. You want to click that link and be there in advance. You'll be directed to a holding page. Some conventions have a holding page for the queue, which you will then go into. So it's kind of like a queue for the queue. Once you're on that holding page, it will give you instructions to let you know how long to expect for the queue, what your place in line may be, or as well as how much time that you have to purchase your ticket. Here they also give tips and tricks of, hey, log into your account, or don't forget to have your credit card available. Those kind of things are always great to keep in mind. When the time strikes, the sale time, the page is usually redirected directly to the queue, and you are randomly assigned a number. Do not, and I stress this, do not log into multiple devices. The reason behind this is because sometimes their anti-scalper software or whatever it is that these conventions use will flag you as a bot because they're seeing you log in on multiple computers. Logging in on multiple devices does not increase your chance of purchasing tickets. It just makes you more stressed and a chance of you losing your tickets. It's also really good to keep in mind that a lot of these convention websites will have real-time updates on their social medias, whether it be Blue Sky, X, Facebook, Instagram. They will let you know in advance what tickets are available. So make sure you know what days you want. When you're getting ready to prepare to buy your tickets, just be aware that no matter the convention, the most popular tickets that sell out first are Fridays, Saturdays, and multi-day badges. Okay, so you have your group assembled, you're on that video call, you are in the queue, and you are suddenly up to bat. What this is going to look like is you're going to have a bunch of options. It's going to give you all convention tickets available. You want to scroll down to find whatever convention day is the one that you want to purchase and make sure you add however many you want. Keep in mind the general price of these tickets. You're probably also going to have about $20 to $50 of fees at the end of this. This is your online transaction fee, your commerce fee, your conveniency fee. We hate the fees, but do be aware of that, because the last thing you want to do is suddenly accidentally add an extra 4-day badge and suddenly be paying $600 as opposed to $240 or something like that. When you scroll down, you're also going to probably have an option to pre-order merch, to either have it delivered to your house or whatever residency you'll be at, or for pickup at the convention. I usually recommend skipping this in general. So make sure that you have your credit card information and your address readily available, or however you're going to be paying. Be aware that when you're inputting your mailing information, you may only input one mailing address. So if you are purchasing your tickets for your friends across the states, be aware that you may be the holder of the tickets until convention day. So make sure you have that conversation in advance. In some cases, there may be 1, 2, or 3 ticket sales. But if you've secured your ticket in the first one, you are all set and you can leave the remainder available tickets to the other fans that are out there. Let's say, for instance, you didn't get your ticket this year. It's disappointing at first, I know. We've all been there where we had our hopes up and we didn't get to the convention. There's a few other options for you. Some conventions do have their own internally run interfacing where you can sell tickets, kind of like their own internal market, where you can sell your ticket at the price they posted it to other fans. Some may even post it on StubHub or Ticketmaster or whatever other ticket resale site. Be aware of purchasing tickets on resale sites, as some conventions can crack down and actually invalidate those tickets and bring them back to the ticket pool for other fans to buy. A lot of conventions do this to try and prevent scalpers. So let's say you've missed the ticket sale, the scalpers have got those ticket prices way too high on those retail sites, or you're unable to secure them because no one's selling them on the marketplace at this current time. There's other options for you. If you are a content creator, you can submit for a content creator badge. This is not guaranteed to allow you to have a badge. It is just submitting your content saying, hey, I'm a content creator, I'd love to have a badge. If you are part of some kind of broadcasting network or journalist or some kind of artist, you can apply for a professional badge. These are people who may be selected to report on the event, but it's not guaranteed, and you may, more often than not, need to provide your credentials for what network you're a part of. And last but not least, volunteering is an option. Do keep in mind that if you do apply to be a volunteer or an enforcer, you are working the convention and volunteering your time. So you may not have as much freedom as you wish, but you still are able to attend, walk around, and in free time, play games, all dependent on who is your volunteer lead and what the convention is looking for. So that is a way to get into the convention. I hope this video helps with getting you ready for your upcoming convention and how to purchase those tickets in advance. In the upcoming weeks, I'll be releasing a video on cosplay etiquette, as well as how to survive the con and how to prep for the convention. Packing basics. So I'm very excited to help get you guys prepared for your upcoming conventions. But if you have anything else, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you're doing and what your cosplays are and what conventions I can see you at next. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm Geek from Geek.en.Chic, and this is me geeking out. So see ya!